Welcome back. Now, last week we discussed artificial grass and plants. This week we dive into the art of landscaping. Cosmas, karibu sana. Please tell us your name and what you do.
Okay, my name is Cosmas Maloba. I'm working with Grafa Landscaping Company.
What is landscaping?
Landscaping is an expanse of scenery that can be seen on a single view. For example, when you stand somewhere and see a certain view, that's now the landscape.
And what made you go into landscaping or be a landscaper?
First of all, I had passion in landscaping. I used to work with someone who used to do flowers, designs. He was just on the compound and came up with a certain design. Then after that, watu wanaipenda. So my passion developed from that. Then I was really engrossed on that. I used to do my research about landscape, how you can change a compound, what you need, those things. So I started do more research on that.
Do you have different types of landscaping?
There are two types of landscape. There is hard landscape or hardscape, and soft landscape or softscape. Yeah. So hard landscape involves use of the construction material, the stones, the pavers, the mazeras, the pebbles. Yeah, anything associated with cement, we use, that's hard landscape. And soft landscape involves plants. Yeah, plants, the flowers, the shrubs, the hedges, the trees. Yeah, short trees. Yeah, the long trees. Yeah.
And of course, grass. There are different varieties of grass. Maybe you can take us through the options in the market.
For example, if you start with grass, there are a lot of types, but mostly that we use here in Kenya. There's one which is called Kikuyu grass. Kikuyu grass is a grass that very thick, very thin, and sometimes strong. It survives mostly on hard climate, and mostly they are used in pitch, in a football pitch. Yeah, and it can be planted in two ways: in seedlings or carpets. And another type of grass is Zimbabwe grass. Zimbabwe grass is thin but long. It's usually planted in shade. It can work well on a shady place, shady nature, yeah, and it covers so fast. Okay. And the other types of grass is Pemba grass, which people call it Pemba or giant. Yeah. In Pemba there are two types. There is green Pemba and there is Pemba aggregated. Green Pemba is purely green, and Pemba aggregated has strips on their edges, the white strips, and it has a very broad leaves, and it usually covers so fast and grows very fast. Yeah, and it's also strong.
So as a client, when I come to you, normally huwa unani advice vipi in terms of what grass to use or what material to use?
First of all, I usually encourage clients so that we can conduct a site visit. A site visit, we can discuss, we can see the soil types of that place. We can design something that can be done, maybe so that we can reach to a budget maybe, and develop a 3D design. So we usually encourage clients to accept the 3D design, because the 3D design helps you to know, is a visual showcasing of that work. Yeah. So you can know what comes next. I can't just come to your compound and say, hapa wacha tupande mapera or wacha tupande these plants, but we can design using a 3D so that we come up with a design.
What kind of maintenance goes into grass and landscaping in general?
The Arabica grass, which is like a carpet, very soft grass, that one needs it needs a lot of maintenance. For example, the first 2 weeks you should put some manure, the manure, the fertilizers. Yeah, we don't encourage the other types of fertilizer because it can spoil the environment. So that one we usually put those farmyard manure, spray. Then after the first month you can do the weeding, yeah, so that those grass can be seen well, because they are usually attacked by those water grass. The water grass is a weed that attacks most grass, and they are very strong. You can't remove them, so it needs maintenance after short time. Maybe after 2 weeks, the first weeding, another 2 weeks, second weeding, and putting those farmyard manure.
And also we talk about indoor and outdoor, different plants and different grass work in both. Okay,
for indoors, we usually encourage clients to use mostly artificial grass so that it can act as a carpet. And you can use, if it's used indoor, you can use those artificial also plants artificial palms, yeah. But specifically, there are others which are natural but can work inside. Like bamboo grass can work inside. The golden palm can work inside. Yeah, those lilies can work inside also. But others you can't put inside, like roses. Yeah, you can't put rose inside the house. Yeah.
All right. And lastly, I do realize landscaping not just about concrete or greenery. Are there more options in the market available?
Landscaping is very large, by the way. You can, water features is inside landscaping. Yeah, you can develop a water feature. You can develop those pebbles, the pebbles that are used in retaining wall. You can build a retaining wall and put some pebbles. That's also part of landscaping. And also swimming pool. Yeah, a swimming pool is also part of landscaping. You know that scenery on your compound that you create by yourself. Those gazebos, they're all those houses that are outside. Yeah, those pavilion. Yeah, they are also part of landscaping. But we usually encourage clients to go and look for an expert like us, maybe, to come and advise.
Please teach me about plants kidogo.
Okay, I'll show you. Let's start with this. This is Italian cypress. Yeah, it comes very long and usually thin.
All right.
It comes long. Then there's this one. Ornamental cypress is usually short and it forms a bushy nature. So
usually very beautiful.
Very, very.
This is what you use indoor?
Yes, this is what we use indoors. Yeah. These lilies we use indoors. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And I see you have a lot of hanging as well plants.
Yes, there's hanging shrubs here, the fans here. Yeah. They are usually nice. They usually do well indoors.
So really, when you're trying to get plants, you must get advice from a professional.
Yeah, you need to come to us. Yeah. Like you can come and buy flowers like this, then you put outside. So.
And they die.
This one will die. It's seasonal.
Good work you have going on here. Wish you all the best. Asante sana. Thank you for joining us on the Land and Property Adventure. Tune in next week for more inspiring insights from our experts. Until then, I have been your host, Naomi Mbuvi. Kwaherini.